Hello everyone, welcome to soundproofguide.com. In this video, I'll be talking about different sound deadening materials that you can buy for home and where to basically put them to get rid of the echo inside your room. Because if you have an echo inside the room that you're in, the room will sound louder and it's just going to be annoying. So here is a list of different sound deadening materials that you can put on your wall or inside your wall to make the room sound a little bit better. So the first one is, of course, Acoustic Panels. Now, this Acoustic Panels is from a company called Trademark Soundproofing. There's a link below of these Acoustic Panels, and if you use coupon code SoundproofGuide, all one word, you'll have 5% off. Now, Acoustic Panels, for the most part, they are built pretty basic. It's a frame, there's some type of insulation inside, and it is covered with a breathable material. Now this material is going to absorb the sound waves are going to go straight through and going to be diffused through that acoustic panel. There's a link right up here of a sound test I did of all of these acoustic panels. Now, you can also make your own acoustic panels. Now, I did a video, link right here, on DIY ways on how to make an acoustic panel. It's really not that difficult and you'll save a whole lot of money. Build a frame, insulation inside, nice breathable but plush material on the outside, and you're good to go. All you need to do is order a few materials. I have links in the description below of everything you need, and if you're just going to build one or two, then it's probably not worth it. You might as well just buy them. But if you want to build like 12 of them, then it pays to actually build them, because then you can just buy the material in bulk, and once you figure it out how to build your first one, it's pretty simple how to do every one after that. Now, another thing that you can use for sound deadening inside a room is acoustic foam. Now, this type of foam doesn't work as well as the acoustic panels. You'll need a lot more of this. I mean, it's quite thin, so you'll need a lot more of the foam than you would with the acoustic panels. It also doesn't look as good as the acoustic panels, but it is a fraction of the cost. I mean, you can get 48 of these for like, I think $40 maybe, or less than that. So where this is nice is if you have a small recording studio where you really have to get all of the echo gone. This type of setup would work very well, but the thing is, you'd have to put a lot of them on the wall, and in the end it might just cost as much as just buying a few acoustic panels and getting pretty well the same results.
Just a quick pause. If you like this type of content, consider subscribing to our channel, and also feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear your feedback and also your questions that I would do my very best to answer. Thank you.
Now, if you have high ceilings, you can put something on the ceiling. You can buy something known as sound clouds, and these acoustic clouds, basically, they're just like acoustic panels. They're just built a little bit differently. A lot of them are very modern looking. They look really good, and they cost quite a lot of money, though. That's the kicker, because there's a little bit more to it for these types of panels to be built than just a rectangular panel. So they are a little bit more expensive, but if you have a big room, a room that has very high ceilings, then looking at something like acoustic clouds would be a good way to deaden the noise inside the room. That's one thing to look for. Another way to deaden inside the room, if you don't want to put panels and foam on the wall, which is completely understandable, if it's just a living room and you just don't want that kind of stuff on the wall, then having really big plush furniture and having a nice carpet on the floor will help a lot in deadening the noise. Because if you have hardwood floor, then of course the noise is just, the sound waves are going to bounce off. But if you have big plush material for furniture, then it is going to help absorb a lot of that noise compared to if you would have, let's say, a leather couch. If you have just leather couches without any blankets anywhere, then you're just adding to the hard surfaces that would make the sound waves bounce a lot easier. I mean, it's not going to bounce as good on a leather couch than it would on a wooden floor or walls, but it won't do as good of a job as if you would have plush materials for a couch. So that's one thing to look for, because it doesn't always have to be things on the wall. It can just be things inside the room that you're going to be using anyway. If you are going to buy a couch, then look for something that is just big and plush and that sound waves would have almost an impossibility of bouncing off. That's one thing to look for. Now, to go a little bit further, if you already have your furniture and you just want to redecorate just a little bit, then adding a wallpaper on the wall will help deaden the sound. It won't do as good of a job as acoustic panels, of course, but if you buy these types of, they're softer, they're more rubbery types of wallpaper, then this will help deaden a little bit of the sound. The sound waves just won't bounce as easily on the wall with that type of wallpaper than just having no wallpaper at all. It might not do a huge difference, but it will help deaden a little bit of the sound inside the room just by adding wallpaper. If it's something that you were going to do, then perfect. Just make sure to buy a type of wallpaper that is just more cushiony. I'll have links in the description below of the types of wallpapers that I'm talking about, and obviously you've seen pictures on your screen. You have quite a good idea. So that's one thing to do to deaden the noise inside the room. For something more temporary, I wouldn't really go and spend a whole lot of money. I wouldn't go and spend a lot of money on, let's say, a dedicated sound deadening blanket. If it's just a square room and you're just going to be, let's say, doing a podcast for an hour or 2 hours, all you need is something like moving blankets. You can buy a bunch of moving blankets for very little money compared to acoustic blankets. And moving blankets, they're thick, they're plush, and they're big. And some of them even comes with grommets, but if it doesn't come with grommets, you can always make your own grommets. If you want to hang them on the wall, you can just add hangers on the wall and just hang them and you're good to go. Or even hang them from the ceiling. Some people do that. If the room is quite large and you just want to have a square to do your recording, then hanging 4 blankets all around you will do quite a good job at deadening the noise. And when you're done, you just take them off, fold them up, put them away until you need them again. So this is a great way of just doing something temporary that won't really cost you all that much money. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. If you like this type of content, just consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like and a comment. Comments, it's great to know what you're thinking, but it's also great for the Google algorithm inside YouTube that just helps channels. So more comments, more feedbacks from viewers, it really helps YouTubers. So consider doing that to me and to your favorite YouTubers out there. Thank you very much, and until next time. Feel free to take a look at many of our other YouTube videos and also some of our articles on our website, soundproofguide.com. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also consider subscribing to our channel if you like our content.